Hi, I'm Alice Burume. I am working as a senior operations manager at Sparks of Hope Worldwide. I'm going to present about how to be an effective manager. My presentation is about an introduction to of how someone can be an effective manager, brief discussion on the 5 functions of management, and an example of management task at each. Some of those management functions I'm going to talk about: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, controlling, and also I'm going to talk about the brief description of three management style and their weaknesses as well as strength. Some of those management styles that I'm going to talk about: there is directing, delegating, discussion, as well as the conclusion. So by introducing, as I said before, I am working as a senior operation manager at Sparks of Hope Worldwide to prepare an introductory presentation on how to be an effective manager, to mostly focus on the 5 functions of management and give an example of task management at each function, and also discuss of the 3 primary management styles. Starting on the brief discussion on the 5 functions of management, a management acts as an engaging with an organization's human talent, its resources to accomplish desired goals and objectives. It is the determination of what is to be done, how and where it is to be done, who is to do it, how the results are be evaluated, for example, by planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. Starting by planning, this involves the development of goals, strategies, task lists, and schedules required to achieve the objective of a business. Decide what needs to happen in the future, generating plans of action as well as approach to problem solving. An example of management task at planning, in the case of Sparks of Hope Worldwide, the marketing manager of Sparks of Hope Worldwide can have a goal of increasing sales during this month of April. Therefore, he or she has to take some of the steps, and he and his or her team of sales representatives, so as to increase the number of sales. For instance, by advertising in particular places or location where the business is located, so as to make people be interested in your product and services. Moving forward on organizing, this involves developing an organizational structure by allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives, create patterns of relationship among workers, optimize the use of resources to accomplish business objectives, as well as involving the assignment of authority. An example of management task at organizing, on the same case I used of Sparks of Hope, the marketing manager now needs to determine how he or she will distribute resources and organizing the employees in his or her department according to the plan that they have. I mean the marketing plan. He or she needs to identify different roles and ensure she assigns the right number of employees to carry out the plan. In addition, in this stage, he or she will need to delegate authority, assign work or task, and provide direction so that the team of sales representatives can work without obstacles headed for the higher number of sales. On the third function of management, which is staffing, it involves the organizational structure with proper and effective selection and evaluation and development of workers to fill the roles designed into the structure. An example of management task at this stage of staffing, the marketing manager needs now to see if there are enough employees to accomplish the assigned tasks successfully, and if not, he or she will need to talk to the human resource manager on how to recruit other new employees so as toward the success of the plan. The next is leading. This At this function, manager determine direction, staff clear vision for employees to follow, helps employees understand the role they play in attaining goals, and vary their style and approach to achieve the desired outcome. An example of management task at this stage of leading. Also moving forward on the example I started giving, at this step the marketing manager will need to spend time connecting with his or her employees on interpersonal level. It involves communicating, motivating, and encouraging them to work very hard toward a higher level of the outcome of the project or the plan that they're having. The last function of management, which is control. At this function, manager evaluate how well the organization is achieving its goals and takes corrective action to improve performance. An example of management task at controlling. Here, the marketing manager of Spokes of Hope now will start to make control to see how far the plan is. For instance, the sales number they are currently having, and measure their success compared to the number of sales they started having when they started the plan or the project. Besides, he or she will need to know what is not going well so as to see the way of correcting them so as to head for the success of their plan. So I'm going also to talk about brief description on the three management style. Uh, this management style, they are the method of leadership that administrator employs when running a business, and their characteristics, ways of making and relating to of decision making and relating to subordinates. Firstly, I'm going to talk about directing. This promotes learning through listening and following directions. Manager tells the employees what to do, how to do, and when it needs to be done. Some of the strength of this management style, it is that employees learn how to frame problem, evaluate alternatives, and make effective decisions by understanding the process the manager follow. And the manager imparts information to the employees via verbal or written instructions. And also the manager tells employees what they need to change, or as the way of giving them feedback on what they need to change. Some of the weaknesses of this management style of directing is that employees lack experience and don't know what to do, so they wait for the manager to direct them or show them what they have to do. If not, they are going to wait for him or her. And another weakness is that the manager may give the direction which are complex or lengthy to understand, which may lead to the failure of the plan or of the task given to the workers. Moving forward, I'm going to talk on discussing this management style promotes learning through interaction. The manager encourages critical thinking and lively discussion by asking employees questions about the problem, opportunity, or issue that must be resolved. And also, the manager is a facilitator guiding the discussion to a logical conclusion. Some of the strength of this management style is that the manager asks questions that require employees to evaluate their own performance, and the manager and the employees as well collaborate and work together to define problems, identify and evaluate alternative solutions, and make sound decisions together. And also the manager asks challenging questions and listen carefully to the employees comment about those challenging questions. And some of the weaknesses of this management style is that some workers may tend to dominate the discussion since there is freedom of speech. And also the manager may ask employees rhetorical questions which may end up confusing them on what they have to answer, which may end up confusing all the discussion of the meeting. And the last management style, which is delegating, this involves promotes learning through empowerment, and the manager assigns tasks that the employees work on independently, either individually or in group. Some of the strength of this management style of delegating is that the manager assigns tasks for employees to tackle on. It may be independently or in small groups. And also employees establish goals, implement plans, and work through issues on their own without many supervision. And also employees gain the most maturity and confidence when they are able to critique their own performance. Some of the weaknesses of this management style of delegating is that the how to do is a part of the equation that is left up to the employees. They may end up doing something which is messy to the project or to the organization. It is expected that the employee will take action and make decision. So the business may fail if they are not able to take decision on their own. And also a last weakness of this management style is that employees are given power and authority to make things happen. They may end up doing what they want to do and not what they are supposed to do, which may lead them to the failure of the organization, whereby everyone can do what he or she pleased to do. So this is the end of the presentation. I hope it is going to help you in your daily working, since you all need to know more about how an effective manager can work, basing on the 5 functions that I discussed on and the 3 management style. I hope this is going to help you in your daily learning of the business. Thank you.